Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve everything they desire, while others remain lost despite starting from the same point? What creates that difference? The answer doesn't lie in capability, because each of us possesses limitless potential to attain what we truly want. The real question is, do you know how to use that potential correctly? Today, I want to share with you an ancient story, a conversation between the Buddha and his disciple. This story will not only help you understand the power that lies within each of us, but also reveal why wisdom and the right perception are so crucial. So, make yourself a cup of fragrant tea, sit back comfortably, and let's step into this story together. Once upon a time, the Buddha visited a small village. A man approached him and asked, "Every day, you say that anyone can attain enlightenment. Then why doesn't everyone become enlightened?" The Buddha smiled and replied, "My friend, do this one thing. Tonight, make a list of everyone in the village and write down their greatest desire." The man followed the Buddha's advice. He went around the village, asking each person about their deepest wish, carefully noting down their answers. That evening, he returned to the Buddha and handed over the list. The Buddha looked at it and asked, "Among all these people, how many wished for enlightenment?" The man was surprised to realize that not a single person in the village had said they desired enlightenment. The Buddha smiled and said, "I said that everyone has the ability to attain enlightenment, but that does not mean everyone wants enlightenment." A short but deeply meaningful story. Now, let's dive deeper into the valuable lessons it holds. Each person possesses great potential, but it is wisdom that directs that potential toward the most noble and rightful goals. You know, human potential is truly an endless treasure. But if we don't know how to use it correctly, it's like holding a golden key without knowing which door it opens. Wisdom, or in other words, the ability to recognize the right goal, is the map that guides you toward where to go and how to unlock your full potential. For example, a student who excels in mathematics may easily pass the most complex exams. But if he doesn't know what he truly wants to do with that ability, whether to become a researcher or apply math in business, his talent may be wasted on work that neither brings him joy nor creates great value. This makes me wonder, have you ever felt like you're working tirelessly, giving it your all, yet the results are still not what you expected? Could it be because you haven't fully understood your true goal? And if you were to pause for a moment to reflect, would the path you're on actually lead you to where you truly want to be? The truth is, not everyone utilizes their potential in the right way, and the reason lies in the lack of wisdom to guide them. You may have strong legs to run a marathon, but if you don't know your destination, you'll only end up running in circles, never reaching the finish line. The Buddha once said, "Everyone has the ability to attain enlightenment, but not everyone desires enlightenment." This applies not only to the spiritual path, but to all aspects of life. Your potential is limitless, but if you don't have the wisdom to choose the right destination, that potential will be wasted on the wrong pursuits or fail to bring the greatest value. Think about this. Are you dedicating your energy to a goal that is truly worthy, or are you merely chasing what others say is good? And is your wisdom guiding you to open the right door, the one you truly want to step through in your life? Teaching a shift in mindset must be based on each person's readiness. Have you ever tried explaining something that seemed completely obvious to you, only to be met with a blank stare, as if you were speaking an alien language? This doesn't mean the other person isn't intelligent. It simply means they haven't yet reached the level of awareness needed to grasp what you're trying to convey. Imagine trying to teach a cat how to swim. You could be the best swimmer in the world, even a certified coach, but if the cat has neither the instinct nor the need to swim, all your efforts will only lead to frustration for both of you. In the story, the Buddha's disciple expected that everyone would naturally want enlightenment if they were guided toward it. But, as the Buddha pointed out, not everyone has that desire. It's not because they are incapable, but because each person has a different level of awareness, foundation, and life goals. A self-development teacher can inspire many students, but not everyone will apply what they learn. Some people change immediately, some need time, and others may not care at all. This doesn't diminish the value of the lesson. It simply reflects that people absorb knowledge at different rates. This teaches us an important lesson. When trying to help someone change, understand that not everyone is ready. Instead of feeling frustrated or forcing the process, learn to accept and be patient, allowing them to find their own path. So, next time you feel annoyed because someone doesn't understand what you're trying to convey, remind yourself, maybe they're not ready yet, and that's okay. They need time, just like I once needed time to understand things myself. What's right for you isn't always right for others. Think back to the last time you recommended your favorite dish to a friend. You raved about how delicious it was, only to see them grimace after taking a bite. A funny moment, isn't it? But it perfectly illustrates a simple truth. What you consider good doesn't necessarily mean others will feel the same way. In life, everyone has their own set of values and perceptions shaped by their experiences, environment, and past encounters. What you see as the ultimate truth might not be relevant to someone else's circumstances, and that's completely normal. You may find meditation classes essential for reclaiming inner peace. But for someone struggling to make ends meet, meditation might seem like an impractical luxury. It's not that they're wrong, it's just that they're not yet at a stage where they can see its value. This doesn't mean you should stop sharing what you believe is right. But it's important to understand that change doesn't come from imposing your views. It comes from creating opportunities for others to realize value on their own. Are you imposing your perspective on others? And if you take a moment to pause, could you be more understanding of their unique journey? Remember, just like a seed needs the right time to sprout, every person requires the right moment to embrace something new. Instead of forcing, be patient, create the right conditions, and let time do its work. Now that we've explored multiple perspectives on this story, I think it's time for a small practical exercise, something you can apply immediately in your life. This exercise will help you assess where your focus is and how to realign it for better effectiveness. It won't take much time, but it could completely transform the way you think and act. Get ready to dive in. Practical exercise. Consciously directing your energy. This exercise helps you clearly identify where you are investing your energy, whether it truly aligns with your desired goals, and how to adjust your focus in the right direction. Steps to follow. Step 1. List 5 things you are spending the most time and energy on. Take 5 minutes to write down, on paper or your phone, 5 activities that take up most of your time during the day or week. These could be work, studies, entertainment, relationships, or even recurring thoughts that occupy your mind. Step 2. Evaluate if they truly serve your goals. Look at your list and ask yourself, does this activity bring me closer to my long-term goals? Am I doing this because I truly want to, or just out of habit or societal pressure? If I continue doing this for another year, how will my life change? Step 3. Adjust your focus. Mark the activities that contribute to your growth and align with your goals. Mark the activities that consume too much time but add little real value to your life. Choose one small action you can take today to reduce time spent on unnecessary activities and shift your focus toward what truly matters. Step 4. Repeat this process weekly. Spend 10 minutes at the end of each week to reflect on your past week and assess if you are staying on the right path. If you find yourself getting caught up in unimportant distractions, make immediate adjustments. The Buddha's story reminds us that not everyone directs their energy toward the right things. You may have talent and determination, but if you're heading in the wrong direction, you are simply wasting your potential. This exercise will help you recognize whether you are channeling your energy wisely and, step by step, reshape your life in the way you truly desire. Try it today. Are you using your energy wisely? Share your thoughts after completing this exercise. You see, life is much like a flowing river. Each person is a boat, and the current represents their journey. Some boats move swiftly, while others drift slowly. Some choose calm waters, while others dare to navigate the rapids. The important thing is not that we all reach the same destination, but that we understand where we are steering our boat and why. The Buddha's story reminds us that human potential is limitless, but how we use it depends entirely on wisdom and awareness. Wisdom helps you choose the right destination, and awareness teaches you to respect the journey of others. You can be a source of inspiration, a guiding light, but remember, change only happens when the other person is ready. Ask yourself, are you using your wisdom to direct your potential? Is what you are pursuing truly worthy? And do you have enough patience and compassion to accept that everyone has their own path, even if it doesn't align with your expectations? Life becomes much more peaceful when we learn to listen, to understand, and to allow others to walk their own journey. Because in the end, the most important thing is not convincing others that you are right, but being able to walk alongside them with love and respect. So, lift your cup of tea, take a deep breath, and reflect on yourself, on those around you, and on the journey we are all navigating. There's no need to rush, no need to compete. Just live fully, use your potential wisely, and extend understanding to those you meet along the way. Because, as the Buddha once said, everyone has the ability to attain enlightenment, but not everyone desires enlightenment. And that's okay. Let each person find their own light in their own way.